Hello friends, in topic number 4, measurement of matter, let's discuss molecular mass, mole, Avogadro's number, valency, variable valency, and the chemical formula of compound recapitulations, okay, and the radicals. In earlier period we studied symbols, then the atom size, right? Laws of chemical combination, law of matter, law of constant proportions. Okay, let's see first what is meant by molecule. Molecule means what is molecules? When compound in a compound, when that compound is formed by two or more element and that elements atoms, these elements atoms togetherly, elements atoms togetherly written. That means suppose sodium and chlorine, these are two elements, and these two elements combine to form the compound. What they form? Compound. Which compound? Then it forms sodium chloride, that is NaCl. So here that elements atoms are combined together, that is called as a molecule of compound. This is called as a molecule of compound. Then how can we calculate the mass of that molecule? That mass of molecule is called as a molecular mass. So we should know molecular formula. Here we know molecular formula, and second thing we should know mass of atoms. Okay, so suppose if we want to detect the molecular mass of water or NaCl, suppose we here instead of water we going to take the NaCl because of mass of water given in your textbook. So if we take the mass of NaCl, so how can we calculate? Here we have to find out the write the column molecule, then molecule, which molecule is there? NaCl. Then constituent elements. Here we have to find out the constituent elements, which are the Na means sodium and Cl means chlorine. See, in this way you have to write in. Then atomic mass in a unit: sodium atomic mass, chlorine atomic mass. Sodium atomic mass means the number of protons and electron, right? And in sodium how many protons are there? 11. And in chlorine 17 atomic mass of sodium, it is a 35 point, chlorine atomic mass is 23. What is there? 23. And chlorine atomic mass is 35 point, how much? 35.5. Their atomic number, their atomic number 11 and 17, but atomic mass is 23 and the 35 point. Atomic mass means number of protons and the neutrons sum. Okay, so after that then find out how many number of atoms in molecule in a given compound. Say in a sodium chloride, how many sodium there? 1. How many chlorine? 1. Okay, then take the multiplication, that is the atomic mass into number of atom. So now atomic mass is 23, number of atom into 1, atomic mass is 35.5 and number of atom is 1. Then take it total, that is called as a mass of constituent. So 23 into 1, 23, 35 into 1, 35.5. Then at the end, then here you have to take the molecular mass. Then the molecular mass, how can we calculate? Molecular mass is equal to, see the formula, molecular mass is equal to sum of mass of constituents elements. Okay, so constituent element mass is 23 plus 35.5. So it is how much? It is how much? 58.5. In this way you have to find the molecular mass of various substances. Okay, and that is called as a molecular mass. So if water, take water, there are hydrogen, oxygen, and then the take mass, atomic mass. Okay, that is important. By this way you have to find out the molecular mass. It is important. But the molecular mass it is measured in a mole. Mole concept was important concept. By this we can know how the elements or reactions are take part. So when elements and compounds are take part in a chemical reaction, it is in that chemical reaction the atoms and molecules, when element or compound take part means their atoms or their molecules are take part in a reaction. So we should know, what should we know? That number of atoms or molecules which are taking part in a chemical reaction. Okay, so while carrying the chemical reaction, it is convenient to measure the quantities. So here it is important to measure quantities instead of counting number. Instead of counting number, we have to know their quantities. Instead of counting number of atoms or molecules, we should know the quantities which are taking part in the chemical reactions. This is known as a mole. So we can describe that mole. Mole means nothing but it is the quantity of a substance whose mass in gram is equal in magnitude to the molecular mass in Daltons. But that means this is called as a one. That means suppose oxygen, mass of oxygen, see, mass of oxygen is 32, right? So we should know that. So this is the molecular mass. So molecular mass of oxygen is 32. Okay. Thus, then the 32 gram, then 32 gram of oxygen, then mass in gram, then the mass in gram, 32 gram of oxygen is equal to the 1 mole of oxygen. Means how much mass, that equal to that mass, the gram of weight or quantity of that substance, quantity in a gram of that substance, that is called as 1 mole. जेवढा मास असेल तेवढी त्याची क्वांटिटी, बट कशामध्ये, इन अ ग्रॅम. मास एवढ्याच ग्रॅममधली क्वांटिटी एलिमेंट्स, दॅट इज कॉल्ड 1 मोल. दॅट मीन्स सपोज water in water, mass of water is किती आहे, 18. in water mass of water is 18. Therefore 18 gram of water is called as a 1 mole of water. Okay, it can be calculated by the formula, that is the number of moles of substances, that is the N, is equal to mass of substance in grams upon molecular mass. By this formula we can calculate how much number of moles are present in the substances. Avogadro, he was an Italian scientist. He did pioneer work in the mole concept. Avogadro find out that in 1 mole there is fixed number of in 1 mole number of atoms are constant, and he found that number of atoms present in a 1 mole, this number in every element it is constant. This constant number is called as a Avogadro number, and it indicated by Na. We tell them Na. Experimentally, it is proved that in 1 mole of any substance, suppose any substance is a 1 mole, then in that substance the number of atoms are present, that number of atoms are 0.6.022 into 10 raised to 23. Means this is the number that is called as the Avogadro number. That means in 1 mole of any substance, that much number of atoms are present. How much? 6.022 into 10 raised to 23. Okay, means like in a 1 dozen there are always 12 atoms are there, like that. In a 1 mole always that number of atoms are present. Okay, so here we can calculate by suppose how many molecules are present in 66 gram of CO2. Here the gram CO2 is given in a gram. So in gram how many molecules are present we have to find out. So here what should we do here? First of all, the 66 gram of carbon dioxide we have to convert into the mole. Okay, so how can we convert it? Here generally first find out the molecular mass of CO2, and it is 44. How much? 44. So by applying the formula, which formula? Number of moles in CO2 is equal to the what is this? Mass of CO2, mass of carbon dioxide in grams upon molecular mass of CO2, right? So mass of CO2 in a gram is how much it is? 66 it is given, Molecular mass of carbon dioxide is 44. By dividing 6, 4, 3, 2, it is how much? It is 1.5. So number of moles in a carbon dioxide is 1.5 mole. Now means 66 gram means that much number, that much mole, 1.5 mole. Okay, carbon dioxide. So here we know that in a 1 mole, in 1 mole of CO2, 1 mole of CO2, 6.022 into 10 raised to 23 number of molecules are present, right? Molecules are present. It is proved by the Avogadro. That means number of molecules are present in a 1 mole of a carbon dioxide. But here how many carbon dioxide is there? 1.5 mole. Then you have to find out. Therefore, in 1.5 mole of carbon dioxide, how much atoms are present? Molecular present. So number of mole 1.5 into in a 1 mole 6.022 into 10 raised to 23. Okay, this is equal to the 9.033 into 10 raised to 23 molecules are present. That means number of molecules are present in a 66 gram of the carbon dioxide. Okay, in this way we have to calculate the number of atoms present in the molecule. Then let's see valency. That is an important concept. Valency in last year also you are studying valency, nothing but it is the capacity of an element to combine, capacity of an element to combine, that is called as a valency. In a chemical reaction, it is indicated by this valency is indicated by the specific number, and that number of chemical bond. Okay, it is indicated by valency is indicated by specific number. This number indicate according to that number, the bodies from chemical bodies. How much number? Suppose one number is there, one valence is there. This indicates that this single bond is chemical bond formed. If the valence is 2, it indicates that 2 chemical bonds are. If the valence is 3, it indicates that 3 chemical bonds are formed. Okay. Suppose sodium. In sodium atom gives 1 electron from their electrons. How many electrons? 1. And therefore the valency is 1. Sodium valency is 1 because it gives 1 electron. Similarly, in a chlorine accept 1 electron. How many? Accept 1 electron. And therefore valency of chlorine is 1. Okay. So here in a sodium chlorine both valency is 1. So both form a 1 bond in between them. They form single bond, and as a result, by forming a single bond, they form a compound that is called as a NaCl. When they lose sodium, gives 1 electron, by losing 1 electron, sodium forms the ion. That ion is positive charge. It forms positive charge ion. And chlorine, when accept 1 electron, it forms negative charge. So these positive and negative charge ions, due to the opposite forces, they attract with each other. So it forms positive charge ion and it forms chlorine. So they attract to each other and form bond between them. That's why they form the compound that is called as a sodium chloride. Means here the valency we can describe. Valency we can also describe that the number of electrons, number of electrons that an atom gives of element, atom of element gives away, gives away or take up while forming an ionic bond. This is called as a valency. So it indicates how many bonds or ionic bonds are formed between them. It depends on how many number of electrons is accept or given up. Okay. The valency of substances, there are hydrogen valency. In hydrogen valency is 1, helium valency is 2, lithium valency 3, beryllium valency, lithium valency is 1, beryllium valency, helium valency 0, helium valency 0, hydrogen valency 1, helium valency 0, lithium valency 1, beryllium valency again 2, carbon valency 4, nitrogen valency 3, oxygen valency 2, right? Sodium valency is 1, chlorine valency is 1, magnesium valency is 2, magnesium valency is 2, silicon valency is 4, aluminum valency is 3. So every substance have a fixed valency, but sometime under different condition some elements give away different numbers of electrons, different, sometimes under different condition some elements give away or take up, give away or take up different number of elements, different number of elements. That time then they exhibits more than one valency. Such valency is called as a variable valency. Such are called as a variable valency. Copper. In copper, sometime they give up 1 or 2 electrons. Copper give up 1 or 2 electrons, and therefore their valency is, copper valency means 1 or 2. When their valency 1, when they lose 1 electron, they form copper plus, or they form copper plus ions. Similarly, in mercury also, mercury has some condition, it produces 1 or 2 electrons, and therefore their valency may be, when the valency 1, it form the mercury plus or the mercury plus ion. This ion is called as a cuprous, and this one called as a cupric. Similarly, this is called as, this H plus ion is called as a mercurous, and this one called as mercuric. Okay. Similarly, iron also loses 1 or 2 electrons, so its valency may be 1 or 2. When lose 1 electron, it form the ion, that is the ferrous ion, and when they lose 2 electron, so form the ferric ion. Okay. It is called as a variable valency. Okay. After that, the next concept is radical. Radical is, what is a radical? Compound with ionic bonds. If the compound that is in an ionic compound. In a ionic compound, there are two constituents. How many? Two constituents, means two elements are from the bond and from the combination ionic compound. In these two compound, one is cation, that is the positively charged ions, positive charge ion. Another is a anion, this is negative ion. Okay, they take part in chemical reactions. These particular ion and cation, they are known as a radical. Okay, in any way, which are there? Sodium and OH. So sodium is a cation radical and anion is a OH is a anion radicals. There are various cationic radicals in a ionic compound. Various cationic radical paired with anionic radicals, okay, to form a compound. Okay, so when cationic radicals are, these cationic radicals are also called as a basic radical, and anionic radicals are also called as a acidic radical. So when cationic radicals are paired with the anionic radicals, they are called as a, so cationic radicals. So the cationic radicals are called as a basic radicals, and similarly anionic, when various anionic radicals pair with a cationic radical, then this anionic radical is called as a acidic radicals. Okay, there are the metals. Cation radicals formed by metal forms the cationic radical by losing one electron, and the non-metals form the anionic radicals by accepting the one electrons. In radicals, there are two types of the radicals there. Monoatomic radicals. Which are the monoatomic radicals? Sodium ion, copper ion, chlorine ion, bromine ion. They are called as a monoatom because it contains mono. Mono means one atoms of the elements, while the another type is called the composite. In composite radical, we can see that two or more SO4 2 minus, means here it was composite because it contains sulfur and oxygen, two elements, or NH4 plus, it contains nitrogen and hydrogen. So two different elements form the one radical. So it was a composite radical. Okay. So in a chemical reactions, the radicals play important role. They combine to form the ionic compound. Okay. So here, after that, we should know how to find out the chemical formula. Chemical formulae of compound. What is important in a chemical compound? First, we should know symbol of elements. To write the chemical formula, we should know the symbol of elements. Second, we should know the valency of elements. Okay. Then it is easy to find out the chemical formula. Okay. Compound compounds are formed. When compounds are formed, when two molecules form bonds. Means there are two molecules of means cation and anion. They have oppositely charged, so they attract with each other and they combine to form the combine by are joined by forming the bond. This bond is called as the ionic bond and form a compound, and then it forms a compound. So in a compound name, in name of compound, we should first what should we write? Then in the name of compound, the first word, there are two words. In name of compound, there are two words there. In the first word, the first word is name of cation, and the second word, that is the name of anion. Then this name of cation and name of anion togetherly form the name of compound. In a formula, molecular formula, here also in a molecular formula of compound, we have to use on left side of a name. First write, what do you write? Symbol of cation, use symbol of cation, and on right side use symbol of anion. Okay, this number, then here we have to write the numbers. That number indicates how many atoms are take part in chemical reaction. How many numbers are take part in chemical reaction? This number is obtained by the cross multiplication. Number is obtained by cross multiplication of valencies. Okay, so in a fourth step we can complete this molecular formula. If we want to write the molecular formula of sodium sulfate, how to write the molecular formula of sodium sulfate? See, in a first step 1, first write symbol of constituent elements or radicals in sodium and sulfate. Sodium and sulfate, two radicals are there. Molecule of sodium is Na, sulfate is SO. Right? Then in the second step, in step 2, write valency. Write their valencies. Sodium valency is 1 and the sulfate valency is 2. Okay. Then in step 3, cross the valency. So Na and SO4, Na valency 1, sulfate valency 2. Then cross these valencies. Then in step 4, then write molecular formula. So Na, how many molecules are there? Na cross with 2, so Na2, and sulfate molecule is SO4. So this is known as a molecular formula of sodium sulfate. In this way you have to express the writing the molecular formula of a given compound. Use this first step. Here the topic number 4, matter, counting the matter, it's completed. Measurement of matter is completed. Okay, thank you so much.